Hello, my name is Paulisa Kokalamaji Bryant, and today I wanted to talk to you about Dizzy Gillespie and Charlie Parker, which are the founders of Bebop, which essentially you can say they're the founders of some different types of bop music as well as hip hop, because everything that they did led up to hip hop, which is something that we all listen to today. So first I want to start off and I want to ask you, um, how many of you like hip hop, jazz, or a type of bop music? Well, according to Michael Veretti and SB Estrella, Dizzy and Charlie Parker were the founders of bebop, which opened the doors for the many different genres of music that we have today. Bebop was the beginning of jazz, and it was created by African Americans between 1940 and 1955. Bebop bands had horns. Most of them had two horns, a piano, some trumpets, a saxophone, and some drums. Um, the music was mainly fast tempo, and it had convoluted melodies, and it was mainly all about improvising. So when a band would get together, they would basically just come up with different beats off the top of their heads. They would make sure that everybody felt the beat and started dancing and moving around and just enjoying themselves. Bebop came from jam sessions, which were usually held in Harlem clubs, the nightclubs, like maybe speakeasies and stuff of that nature, where people would compete with each other. Like whatever band members were like top notch at the time, they would compete with each other playing the same music, which can play it better, on which instrument could they play it better. And it was just a time for all of the band members to gather together and show their talents. Bebop has an onomatopoeic rhythm, which is what attracts a lot of people to that type of music, according to Michael Veretti from Thought Code. Hip hop came after World War II, which is the music that I know I listen to today. I listen to hip hop, R&B, country. I listen to everything. But for me, hip hop, it tells a story. Certain types of hip hop tells a story that a lot of black people had to go through. So I like listening to that. Even just regular people, anybody that has listened to some hip hop song, they can understand the things that the person is talking about in the song. Just like country music, they tell stories. Charlie Parker and Dizzy Gillespie. Dizzy Gillespie's real name is John Burks Dizzy Gillespie. Um, he, they were in many bands, and they met in New York and were a part of the Earl Hines Band in 1939. Charlie Parker was born in August of 1920, and he died March 1955. He started playing the baritone, then he moved on to the saxophone when he got in high school, and he got in a bad car accident. He then developed a drug addiction to morphine, and his daughter died. So, like, those were the points in his life where it was just going downhill for him. So, he ended up dying from his heroin addiction. And before that, when he originally got clean after his car accident, he met with Miles Davis and they started making music together along with Max Roach. Um, he died at 34 of Charlie Parker. John Burks, Dizzy Gillespie, he was born October 1917, and he died January 1993. He died from pancreatic cancer, so he didn't die due to drugs. Charlie Parker and Dizzy Gillespie, they led completely different lives, but they both had the same goals in mind. They wanted to be popular among the music crowd, and they wanted to be famous, and they definitely achieved that. Dizzy Gillespie, he played all types of instruments. He attended college, and he dropped out of college to move to Philadelphia with his family. He was in Cab Calloway's band, and one day on tour, that's where he met Charlie Parker. They both came up with scatting, which is a cool thing. I'm pretty sure you've heard Lance Armstrong do, where they mimic the instruments, which is really cool. They mimic the instruments with their mouths. So that is my presentation on Dizzy Gillespie and Charlie Parker, and them being the founders of Bebop. And I hope you enjoyed, and if you have any questions, please let me know. Thank you. Have a great day.